Real quick, while I was editing the video, I realized my audio cut out a lot. So if you hear that, just bear with it, and anything in the future, I'll fix that. Yeah, watch. Hey there, how's it going? I'm gonna do scripting tutorial. You don't know how to use Studio, leave. Go find someone who can teach you that stuff. It's a little bit zoomed in, but in the description I will have a link to a model of this scripts basic, and you can, learn off of this. It's not done, but it's here. It's here. You could probably learn better off of like Alvin blocks or something. I mean, unless you're just gonna grab the script. I'll go in depth as in depth as I can with what little I have. Let's begin then. So, real quick, if you don't know how to add a script and you want to get right into it, if you don't want to learn how to do scripting stuff or Studio stuff, you can either go to Models and Advanced Objects, and it opens this wherever it is. You can scroll down the script or type it up here, and then you can just double click it and it appears here. You can also right click the Explorer and insert object and look for script. There are two kinds of scripts, script and local script, and also module scripts, which I will not get into. I refuse to get into. I mean, yeah, I'll get into it later. It's a pretty good basic, and I'll get into filtering enabled as well in this, because now that the FE update has happened, filtering enabled update, it's pretty much impossible to do anything without modules and remotes. Okay, so now you got the script. It appears with hello world. We'll get into what print is. Oh god. Okay. You'll need output at all times, like this says. So if you go to view, go to output, click it, and then you should have, for you, it should probably appear down here. And that's really annoying in my opinion, so I move it up here. And it's usually my first tab. If you want to copy my Studio setup, then go right ahead, because it's pretty handy dandy in my opinion. So there's also a wiki link to the Roblox dev. You can have like API references and resources if I'm not good enough. So yeah. And before I get into this, if you have any questions, message me. My name is Maple Galaxy. Whoa. Okay. Here's some quick basics. You got wait, which delays the script. So let's say in this script I have wait 3. It's gonna wait 3 seconds till anything down here happens. So this will not break until till it waits 3 seconds. Good. You can print. Print is like it makes these high output thing here and run. See how I put high output here? That's because I ran the game, by the way, earlier. So if you press play, the output is empty, and it runs all this because it happened in the script. Warn is just like print, except it gives you the time, I guess. It also gives you it's orange. Yeah. Error is red. It shows you in the script where it happened. Yep. Okay, I wrote light brown, but I made it red in my thing. You can change it to whatever you want. So now getting into variables. Variables are very important. It holds value. Everything you put into a variable has a value, and that's what value it is. Yes. Okay. String value. This is I am string. So this variable is I am string. You can set these variables to have any name you want. Like, I don't know, Barney equals 0. Now, if you printed Barney, it would probably print 0. A good thing to note is that if you have a red underline, that means it doesn't exist, and this is not going to work because it doesn't have a set value. So string values hold any kind of words, text, or string as said here. Number variable. This is usually a float or number variable, and these have decimals. Float/number variables can hold decimal unlike int values. And int values, what I mean by that is integer values, is only it can't be anything above it can't be anything above 2 billion, and it can't have decimals. This is if you don't like decimals, I guess. I really don't know. Here's a table. Tables hold multiple values, and it can have more than just numbers. It can have a string. It can have code 3 values. It can have another table inside of it, and then that table can have another table inside of it, and it can just, keep going on from there. They're usually enclosed in brackets to hold all the values, and if you're very overly nitpicky and you don't like these decimals, you can also do 0 and then put a semicolon, and just do it like that if you're very nitpicky, I guess, like your ways. Here's an object variable. This stores an object. It doesn't delete it. This variable is now recognized as this object. So if you ever look for this variable, it's going to be workspace.baseplate, which workspace, by the way, is the workspace in Explorer. You can just type workspace and it appears, and it's the baseplate. So this value is this baseplate right here. Neato. Here's the nil value. This is nothing. It is completely worthless until you fill it up. Here's a cloned object. This is a function. It's not really a variable, but you can clone objects, and you can clone objects, and it becomes a copy of this object. See how I workspace.baseplate clone? So now this is cloned. It does not appear because it doesn't have a parent, which, as you can see here, the parent is workspace. If I got rid of it, or if I didn't set a parent, it just disappears into nothingness. It probably still exists, but let's just say it doesn't. And cloned object, or destroy, this is a function. Another function other than clone. It doesn't have to be in capitals, but I don't know, don't worry about it. Destroy. This gets rid of it. No trace of it. It is gone. And then here's an alternative of destroy. As I move these down here because I realize I've made several mistakes. This is an alternative. This is get service, which you will learn later on. So you can just copy this if you ever get the script. But what this does, it's it deletes with a delay. So what happened is it deleted, but it had a 1-second delay. And this doesn't halt the script. It's not like a wait. This will pass over, and then in 1 second it will destroy the object, it just allows your script to do whatever in the meantime. Alright, and to more values. This is a bool value. A bool value can be set to true or false. Pretty simple. Vector 3 value. This is positioning. Position values are related to the workspace. So see position here. See how it changes because I move it. Yeah. C-frame value. This is a C-frame value is like a position value, but it's more precise. Why is it more precise? Because it gets the orientation or rotation or its spin, whatever tilt it kind of has. So it's gonna save this if I get it C-frame. When you print it, it's not gonna be 3 of these. It's gonna be lots of stuff. But then there are subcategories like C-frame dot angles or C-frame dot from Euler angles, whatever, XYZ. Yeah. I put dot new because it's a new vector 3 value. It's good to know. always put the .new, no matter what it is. Brick color, color 3. This is only for this stuff. Up here, you don't need .new, as you can see. It's only for, like, I guess you can call these tables, but they're not. I think if you just memorize it, it's fine. Here's a color 3 value. Color 3 values are usually... Don't write this. I don't know why I put that there. It should be 1, 1, 1. This is pure white. If it was 0, 0, 0, 0, then it's pure black. Naturally, the values go up like this, though. So if I did like 50 divided by 255, you'll learn about that. Brick color value. Brick color is like color, but it's already a color. You can't just put red. That will not work. It has to be one of the colors that Roblox has set. So if you want to look at colors, you can go to properties and just kind of slide through here. We already went through those. Here are math identifiers. I'm not here to teach you math. If you don't know math, go learn it somewhere else. Leave me alone. So, you know, you got signs. So if I put like... If I put math equals 1 plus 1, it's gonna equal 2. Without me, you know, doing it. You don't have to put the equals. It'll already equals 2 because that's how it works. If I put 2 negative 1, this is 1 already. If I put 3 divided by 1, it's 3. If I put... You get it. So here are math.abs, math.red, cosine, tangent. These are the only ones I really use. Math.abs makes numbers positive. It means abs because it's an absolute value. And absolute values are positive always. Radians, I'm not... Pi. Just, that's all you need to know. Pi. Division sign with remainders is modulus. Exponent sign. I got examples. So, now let's get into the real stuff. So this is changing variables. Changing variables is very easy to do, and especially to do it accidentally without noticing. It's definitely one of the things I do still, because I'm not that smart. So see how r equals 0 here, but then r equals 1 here? Well now, if I printed r is going to equal 1. And this, it's no longer 0. Because r already exists. Yep. Okay, functions. So a function is it's like a function you're putting on standby. It's like a script you've set on standby that won't do anything till you trigger it. As you can see, print triggered. Nothing happens till it is triggered. And down here, this would be considered a trigger. Game.players.player added connect. Connect, trigger. It's connect because this is a function or event. So game.players, when a player is added, then it fires and then it connects. So this trigger happens. Since trigger is written here and trigger is also up here, it fires the function because it's here. And then here's an alternative. It's much faster in my opinion, my much more preferred way to do it. But instead of writing trigger, you can just put function and close parentheses, and then you can write whatever you want, and at the very bottom you have to write end and parentheses because it's being closed in here. It's just like the first one, a little bit cleaner. I like it. Here are local variables. So when you put local next to it, it's not just because it looks better and more professional. It's because it's localized only to this function. So see how it's red underlined down here? That's because this doesn't exist in the script. So if I put var equals 1, now it exists, but now that it's not there, it doesn't exist because it only exists in this random function. Creating an instance. So you're going to be using instances a lot. All these objects you can create. There are some objects you can't create, but every single object inside advanced objects you should be able to create. So this is a part, for example. It creates a part. So workspace right here. So you have, let's say p equals instance.new. As I said, you need .new because It's a new thing. This is the type of thing you're making, whether it be a tween or a texture or a tool. It'll be underlined in red if it does not exist. So remember that. So let's put part, and see how this has workspace down here? That's because this is going to be, this is going to be the parent. And the parent is where it's inside. So this part is inside the workspace. And if you don't do anything, it's not going to exist till you give it a parent. You can also do this later on in the script if you want to be clever about it. It doesn't always have to be in here. Just a good note. I'm gonna put or here for other people who don't watch this. This is a looped function. This is like, this 20 is a set amount of times that it loops. It also has an I equals 1. What this does is that every time this fires, I adds up to 1. So if this were 2, this would be 2, 4, 6, 8. If this were 3, it would be 3, 6, 9, 12. You get the gist. And this will print 20 times. There's no wait here, so this is all going to happen in the blink of an eye. Be careful with that. I've crashed my studio sometimes when I do like infinite loops. By the way, you know what? Don't worry about it. Constant loops. These loops that go on forever. It never stops. Examples: while true do, while wait do, while looping equals true do, and repeat wait until looping equals true false. There are a lot of ways to go about this. There are even more ways than this, actually. But just no need to make things confusing. So while true do, that means it's going to go on forever as long as the script exists. So I added this wait here, so whenever someone runs this, it doesn't snap their studio in half. So this break here stops the function. So now that this break is here, this immediately stops. And here's while wait do. Let me get rid of that. While wait do. So this is just like while true do, but it has a wait. And it will disappear even if the script disappears. So yeah, the script doesn't exist. It shouldn't run anywhere. So I have a bool value set here. So while this is true, this value is going to keep going on. But here I put equals false. So this is going to immediately stop. And down here it's the same. Repeat wait. So anything you put, anything you put inside here, that happens. So this can also happen. So you can fit anything you want in there, which I will leave for whoever's doing it. And then until, so it repeats wait until looping equals false, which I've set here, so this is not going to happen. If statements and functions. Oh. So if statements slash functions. So it's pretty self-explanatory. If workspace isn't nil, by the way, this is an isn't. This thing right here, you can find it on like the top left of your keyboard if you hold shift and then hit it. Get this. So if it doesn't equals nil, if it doesn't equal nil, meaning it exists, that's what this basically means, then it prints workspace exists, because it does exist. So this is test variable equals 0. Test variable equals 0, meaning this fires. And script.disable equals false, which it does, by the way. If you go to properties, it does equal false. Then this fires. So the reason these have 2 equal signs is because you can also do, let's say, if test variable 1 is greater than or equals 0, then it prints is greater than 0. Greater than or equal to 0. And this is good if you're like, if you got like levels and stuff in your game, I don't know. So if test variable 1 is less than or equal to, 1, then print is greater, always put string values, is greater than, God, is lesser than or equal to 1. So, I don't know why you need double equal signs, probably because you're not setting a value, you're checking. But you don't need this equal sign here if you're doing this. So if test variable 1 is greater than 1, then this fires. Print is greater than 1, which it is not, so you will not see this. And that's about it for now. Earlier today I accidentally recorded this, and I didn't accidentally record it. I went through this whole process and I didn't record anything. So my voice kind of hurts now and I'm dying on the inside. But yeah, so God. Yeah. I'm new to this, so sorry. But in the future, let me know if there's anything you want me to change. I'm definitely gonna get more confident at this the more I go. And I'll stop doing basics once I get past them all. And I'll start doing stuff like how to make a statistics system, or how to make a fireball, how to make a really cool skill. And in the future, if I do this long enough, maybe I'll do stuff like how to make a game like Arcane Adventures, or how to make a game like, I don't know, Mad City, whatever is popular when you watch this. Yeah, because, I mean, Roblox is covered in simulators. This is no time for me to get rant about Roblox right now. It's going downhill. But, the reason I'm making these scripting videos is because I want to see a new generate. I want cool games. I want new stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna post more videos and do more tutorials probably later today. So, anything you want me to improve on, let me know. And remember, this will be in the description if you need to learn about some basics. I will update it as it says. If I find more basics that I think you need to know, I'll add on to it. And oh my God, I completely forgot about remote functions and stuff. I'll do that in another video. So for now, just play with these and or go on ahead. I mean, if you can learn fast, then good for you, man. It's good. It's a good ability to have. And I wish you luck in anything you do and anything you make. Even if it's a simulator, I will probably kill you, but yep, good luck, and thanks for watching.